Alright. This time, we are not going to go back to the living room. We're gonna charge in with Saber, is what I assume we're gonna do. The sound of glass breaking. I hear sounds of fighting in the living room. Right, so since... Which is funny, so I guess... You know, since we don't go back to the living room, Tosaka and Ilya are being attacked. I know. Either way, we're making the situation worse by delaying the decision. She runs, smashing away the swarming bone creatures. The bone warriors vanish without even being able to approach Saber. Are they like snowflakes? There's so many scattering bones that I feel like I'm in a snowstorm. She told me I'd have her back, but there's no need to protect her like this. She more than makes me realize how great a swordsman she is. Saber charges without doubt. The foundation for all these bones, to defeat the unseen sixth servant that has invaded this mansion. Saber stops. The swarming warriors cannot be seen anymore. This must be the end, as someone is standing there. A distorted figure. The figure, wearing some kind of robe, cannot be seen as if only that spot is smudged in black. Black shadow. I'm assaulted by an unknown unease the instant I look at it. Why you have this ominous aura around you? The figure snickers. It seems the thing in black is the master of the bone creatures, Servant Caster. But I don't see any sign of a master near the figure. Is Caster the same as Lancer, the type to take action away from their master? Saber asks unpleasantly. Can you do that? Then how are you sustaining yourself? Well, actually, I think about it. Probably from all the magical energy she consumed when she was at the temple, right? From absorbing them from the entire city and stuff. That's why she's survived up until now, maybe. Well, I guess, it depends. When did she, I guess, make her master disappear? I don't know. I don't know what kind of expression the black robe is making. But Caster answers in a cold voice. And yeah, that's how she's been surviving, you know, eating souls. Saber's body inclines a little. There's only about 10 meters to Caster. Saber should be able to close in on Castor in under one breath and slash Castor away.
物騒ね。せっかく話し合いに来たのに問答無用だなんて。これでも手加減はしたつもりなのですよ。
Now your skeletons are going easy on us?
貴様と話すことなどない。潔くここで散れ。
Saber intends to kill Castor. I won't oppose. I can only smell blood on Castor. I bet what Castor said about killing her master is true. This raid was also intended to kill everyone here. How did she kill her master, though? Remember when I said, like, you know, having a command spell is exactly how you stop your servant from killing you, but she somehow managed to. Well, so there's no reason to stop Saber. First of all, Castor won't even be a match for Saber. I can sense Castor's ability. Castor is the weakest when it comes to one-on-one combat. In this situation, Castor can do nothing but fall to Saber. Or not, we're telling her not to do it? But I can't shake off this strange unease. This isn't like the hopeless premonition of death like with Berserker. It must be physiological hatred or an alarm against something bad. My left hand throbs as if to tell me that Saber shouldn't go near that thing. Yeah. I hesitated too long. Saber jumps and sprints to the black shadow. Nani? The distorted shadow smiles. You can see her full figure now. Castor doesn't seem to be panicking about the approaching Saber. Castor says something in a language I can't hear, and casts something that appeals to the brain more than words. Castor? Casting something? No way! The world distorts in that instant. No, the density of the air changes only around Saber. No, a huge impact. The ground sinks, and it seems like something large came crashing down onto Saber. No, there was a murmur like a spell. Spells can indeed be shortened. The easier the magic, the shorter one can reduce the spell to change the self. But what's occurring before me is a great magic. No magus can express that in one word. Even if it is possible, they'd have to prepare a catalyst beforehand like Tosca does. Like, you know, the gems, I guess, and jewels. But still, Castor executed great magic with just one murmur. She's a very high-level caster. Castor isn't just on a different level. If that was Castor's magic, that figure is no mere magus. Saber is frozen on the spot. Her leg is froze as it kicked off the ground, or her leg froze as it kicked off the ground. She's bound in space right now. No, the air surrounding her has transformed into something like clear gelatin. Even if I try to approach her, I'm pushed away by an invisible soft membrane. Right, so this is exactly what happened last time, I guess. The battle we didn't see. Somehow a spell affected her, even though, like let's see, Saber's magic resistance is like A, right? Cancels any magic A rank or below. In practice, no magi today are able to hurt Saber. But I guess, well, we can assume Castor has access to A+ magic or something like that, right? So that's why she's able to affect Saber. Probably as a result of eating so many souls in the entire city. That's what she's been doing this whole time, gaining power and all that. It seems that this is only around Saber, but as long as her feet are not on the ground, Saber cannot move.
あなたの時代の魔術師がどれほどだったかは知らないけど、 この指は寝台に生きたもの。こんな末世の魔術師たちから見れば、私の技は魔法のそれでしょう。
I guess we were just simply overconfident. Because, this caster has very powerful magic. A laugh comes from the black robe. Saber is still bound in space.
なんだ。本当にこの程度ですか、キャスター。
Or not. She spits those words out.
対魔力。そんな、私の魔術すら弾くというのか。
Nani? The black robe retreats. After canceling Caster's magic in an instant, Saber dashes with lightning speed. I guess it doesn't affect Saber after all. But, well, I mean, she still ends up like last time, right? If this is what happened last time, when we weren't here, then why does she... Well, I kind of want to see what happens then, right? We also got a status update, actually, so did we get like an update on Caster? I guess so. She's neutral evil. Her strength is E, and endurance D, so pretty average, but she has A plus magical energy, which makes sense. She's a caster, a magic type person. Territory creation creates an area that is advantageous to oneself as a magus. Enables the creation of a temple, superior to a workshop. Tool creation allows the creation of tools that carry magical energy. Even allows for the creation of an immortality serum. The result is only an imitation. Ow. Fake immortality. No details. Oh, skill. High-speed divine language. Allows activation of magic without connecting the magic circuit or incanting the spells. Even great magic can be activated with just a single action. It is a language from the age of gods, so modern humans cannot pronounce it. But that's why she's able to use such powerful magics. Don't know her noble phantasm. Her noble phantasm is only a C though, so I don't know what that means. Doesn't seem very powerful. Well, did I save? I think we did. I kind of want to see what happens, actually. This will probably end horribly, but let's see what Caster actually does. Just let her attack. Don't be timid. We're cornering Caster. If we pull back, we might give Caster a chance to turn things around. Saber's sword moves quickly. She is already right in front of Caster, and Caster will be slashed in an instant. But... oh no. Saber suddenly stops. Not because of Caster's counterattack, but by her own choice.
貴様、それは。
Saber instantly tries to dodge. But she's too late. Saber totters as if grabbed by something, and in that instant, a warped dagger stabs Saber in the chest. Oh.
キャスター、今のは。
そう。これが私の宝具よ、セイバー。
A gnarly looking dagger?
サーバントは愚か、人間一人殺せない。何も生み出せない最弱の武器。けれどある事柄に対しては、全てを許された寝台の免罪符。
白、
Saber falls to her knees, even though she has taken no wound. Before I can ponder this mystery... And that's how our command spell disappears. And the last one disappears from my left hand.
予定通りよ、坊や。あとは中にいる魔術師と器を回収すれば、私の勝利は揺るがない。
Castor's arm rises. A wave of air performed with no action hits me. I can't stand up. My legs are twisted like a jellyfish from the blow, and I won't move.
そろそろね。さあ立ちなさいセイバー。たとえ神が罰しようと、私があなたを許してあげる。
A snicker. Saber stands up. She slowly walks to me with steps like those bone creatures and swings her sword down with eyes like she's having a nightmare.
素敵よセイバー。これであなたも私と同じ主殺しの罪を負った。ええ、これからは罪人同士仲良くこの地上を呪い殺しましょう。
Castor's laughter tears my ears apart. My body becomes a mere object with questions still unanswered. Well, I guess we know a little bit more. We know that apparently her noble phantasm, her little dagger, takes away her command spells, and therefore she takes control of Saber. Still don't quite get it, but I guess that's how it works. A night like red jelly. Only the figure of Saber looking down at me with tears in her eyes. Bleh.
Yoshi! どうやら敵は去ったようね。
頭に歯型がかっぷりと残っちゃったよ。
Oh, what happened last time when I guess Chibi Saber on her little lion?
それでは気を取り直しまして。ちょっとした脇道から谷底へまっしぐら。このままじゃ現世復帰が無理めなシロを助けるレスキューコーナー。タイガー道場始まり始まり。
けどタイガー、今回のデッドエンド、さっきのデッドとあまり変わらないわ。こっちもセイバーが暴走して、シローがバッサリ殺されたエンドよね。
そうね。けど、さっきのとは少し違うっていうか、今回はシローが頑張れば防げたデッドエンドだからな。責任はセイバーちゃん一人にないような。
I mean, yeah, we knew what would happen, but I was curious.
そういえばセイバーいないね。
うん。責任が半々なら落ち込むことはないみたい。
How convenient for her.
そんなわけで、今回は安心してタイガー道場を運営できます。
そうね。けど今回は言うべきことはないかな。こういう微妙な選択肢はこれでおしまい。物語もいよいよ山場だから、しっかりしないと正しいエンディングに行けなくなるよ、シロ。
Oh, are we nearing the end already? Or at least the climax. Well, climax? Is it usually like a climax is usually, you know, near the middle of the story, or I don't know, like either near the middle or at least you know, a third of the way there, maybe.
キャスターさえ倒せば、いよいよ敵はあと一人。勝って兜の尾を締めよ。ピンチの次にチャンスあり。気を抜かずに戦うべしっす。
One more enemy? Don't we have like Assassin and Lancer left? I don't know. Unless one of them already died and, you know, in the background without us even knowing.
はい、よくできました。それじゃあまた次のタイガー道場で待ってるよ。
It's kind of funny though, like we're learning some like, I don't know what you call it, but like, I guess spoilers, but like, also foreshadowing, I guess? You know? From just the Tiger Dojos, even though you're not supposed to know what happens in Tiger Dojos, technically non-canon? Or is it? Or is it actually canon? I don't know. Oh well, we got another stamp. Amazing. Let's go back and tell Saber this time, don't get stabbed by her weird dagger. Don't do it, Saber. Saber raises her sword. She's already within striking distance. Again, we tell her not to do something. What was the last time we told her not to do something? We told her not to use Excalibur too as well. Don't do it. And this time, again, don't do it. But I run to Saber as if driven by the pulse of my heart. Saber suddenly stops. It's not that Castor did something. Saber felt something from Castor and stopped herself. Saber instantly tries to dodge it, but Castor must have hidden something in the ground as hands of bone burst out of the ground and grasp Saber's feet. Well, the foresight came from me experiencing the other bad end. A blade emerges from Castor's black robe. Now. It's a weirdly shaped dagger. It's thin and brittle, a blade not suitable for killing. Saber detests this blade, and Castor swings it as if this is her chance for victory. Saber must be surprised, getting her feet grabbed from the ground. She does not even repel the dagger and takes it in astonishment. We stop it. I can hear Castor's voice behind me. I can't see what the robe's expression is like. All I could do was stand in front of Saber and take the blade in her place. Seems familiar. Didn't we do this last time? Close to the beginning? I guess the last time we did this, we got blown away by Berserker's axe sword thing. Though I guess this time this one's the correct decision. I guess when we were blown away by Berserker's sword, that was also the correct decision, even though we were scolded by everyone around us to not do that. To not, give our lives away for Saber, because if the master dies, then, all is lost anyways. Well, but it wasn't a good job. I didn't have enough confidence to block Castor's dagger straight on, so I figured out it would be more certain if I covered Saber and held her in my arms as if to hide her. As a result, Castor's dagger wrenched open my back. I stopped myself from crying because of the pain and strengthened my grip on Saber. I can't tell what words are being said beside my ear. What's gonna happen now? Are we gonna get mind controlled and try to slash at Saber with our puny wooden sword instead? I don't think that would work. Before I can tell her to jump away, Saber must have understood. My body moves. Saber jumps back to shake off the hands coming from the ground, and I'm carried with her. Saber's voice is urgent. Even though she laid me on the ground softly, the pain in my back just increases. It's like having my back cut with scissors and having lead driven into it. From this pain, it feels like a cell phone is being pushed in the wound. Why a cell phone specifically? I guess she's not panicking, but the loud voice rare for Saber makes me rather calm. Nodding my head, I point at where Castor should be. Saber faces Castor once again. Saber's voice sounds threatening. The dark shadow clucks her tongue in irritation and raises the warped dagger in her hand.
ええ、見ての通り生倉で人間一人殺せないものですけどね。あなたが直感した通り、ある事柄に関してのみ万能とされる魔法の札よ。触れたくないのなら私には近寄らないことね、セイバー。
Even though she says so, I can sense less composure in Castor than before. Even as powerful as Castor is, as long as she uses magic, she won't be able to hurt Saber. No matter what kind of a noble phantasm that dagger is, it won't do any good against Saber now.
お前ならあとは問題なく倒すはずだ。
Can we? Or can she? Because, I guess, well, this time she's aware of the dagger now, right? So the surprise attack of her getting stabbed won't happen, or at least it's less likely now. I order her, gritting my teeth.
あら、それでいいの、セイバー。確かにあなたなら私を追い詰められるわ。けど、その間に誰がそこの男を守るのかしらね。言うまでもないでしょうけど、私の魔術が通じないのはあくまであなただけ。あなたがそこの坊やから離れれば、追い詰められた私が何をするか予想がつくのではなくて。
Yeah, just like, you know, the bad end where we charge towards the temple, Castor can very easily just use magic on us rather than Saber.
貴様。
Saber says this from the bottom of her lungs. The sound of the bones increase. They surround us. They send shivers down my spine. I made a mistake. Even if I could save Saber, it's pointless if I'm hurt like this. I'd only be a burden like this. Well, I mean, the other choice is we die, so actually this isn't a mistake. If it was just Saber, Castor wouldn't even be a match for her.
話し合いに来たと言ったな、キャスター。
セイバ。
マスターは黙っていてください。今はこれが正しい選択です。
Saber lowers her sword. I think I hear Castor laugh and miss the surrounding sounds of bones.
話を聞こう、キャスター。条件によっては見逃してやってもいい。
正気？あなたたちの命は私が握っているのですよ。そんな強気な態度に出られると、つい握りつぶしてしまいそうだわ。
間違えるな。貴様が握っているのは私ではなく、私のマスターの命だけだ。だが、それを潰すというのなら、私も容赦はしない。この身が消え去る前に、我が剣のすべてをもって貴様を焼き尽くす。
The air freezes. Even the bones around Castor are cowed by Saber's words. I mean, technically, there is one way for Saber to destroy Castor without getting near her, and that would be her trump card.
いいわ。そこの坊やには手を出さない。もともと私の目的はあなただもの。一人ぐらいマスターを見逃しても支障はないわ。
初めから私が目的？
そうよ。バーサーカーを倒したほどの英霊を見逃す手はないわ。残るサーバントは私とあなた。それにランサーだけ。あなたを味方に引き入れれば、ランサーなど敵ではないもの。
Oh, me, you, and Lancer? What happened to Assassin? Is he dead?
残り3人。では、アサシンはすでに倒されたのか？
さあ、もういないのだから倒されたのでしょう。主も守れないサーバントは消えて当然よ。
Assassin was beaten? Off-screen? How anticlimactic. And the master of Ryudo Tempo is no more. I didn't even know his identity, but that means another master has disappeared. The only remaining servants are Saber, Caster, and Lancer, who has not shown himself since that first night. Right, so we are, I guess, getting close to the climax if there's that little, enemies left. It's just Caster and Lancer right now.
くだらない無駄話はそこまでよ。私が欲しいのはあなたのその宝具だけ。マスターを殺されたくなければ、おとなしくその剣を渡しなさい。
それこそ無意味な。この剣を扱えるのは私だけだ。宝具はその持ち主でなければ使えないと、英霊ならば分かっていよう。
ああ、そうだったわね。けどそれならあなたごといただくまでの話よ、セイバー。どんなに優れた騎士でも捕らえてしまえばどうとでも懐柔できるし、何よりあなたは私の好みですからね。しつけるのは楽しそうだわ。
Caster sounds really delighted. She really wants that 5-star. Anyway, my lacerated consciousness boils up. I kick the pain in my back aside and get up. I can't let Saber fall under Caster's control just because of me. I decided to protect Saber, so I can't stay down with this kind of a wound. I take the wooden sword in my hand and swing at the bone creatures surrounding me. Saber's voice sounds urgent.
そう、自殺したいのなら止めはしないわ。
Caster sounds delighted. The sound of many bones hitting against each other, as if to nullify all of those sounds. Nani? All the bone creatures are swept away instantly by a heavy rain of arrows. What? I stand there, dumbfounded. The arrows that showered down like rain have disappeared as if they were an illusion. But it cannot be an illusion. The swarming bone creatures do not exist anymore.
誰だ?
She said there's only Lancer left, right? Other than us. But who shoots arrows? Caster looks up. Saber must have already noticed this guy. Saber's looking up at the thing on top of the wall with surprise. Oh. Who are you? There's something unexpected there. The man with his back to the moon is golden. The man clad in gold is looking down the yard with a cruel smile. She must have instinctively realized that he has destroyed her troops as Caster raises her voice. The man doesn't answer. No, he hasn't even taken notice of Caster. He's only looking at one person. The Silver Knight beside me. Caster's voice sounds emotional. And with that, the man finally looks at Caster. Caster gasps, stared at by those red eyes. The man stares so cold. That thing isn't treating Caster as human. Even I can tell from here. It's only natural for Caster to look into his eyes to be terrified by that pressure. They look very gaudy though. She asks in a trembling voice. She must know she'll be swallowed if she doesn't do so. But
雑種に名乗る言われはない。失せるがいい。どけ。
the man answers with a verdict of death. The snap. When I realize the sound of his fingers snapping, the tragedy has already begun. Many weapons suddenly appear in space and shoot at Castor like a machine gun. Castor raises her arm. Concept of a shield. A film-like glass is created right above Castor. It probably has strength equaling Berserker's body. But was it useless because it was made of glass? It was destroyed easily. Built like a crystal, it cannot even block one of the showering weapons and shatters into pieces. Dumbfounded voice. Without showing any concern for Castor's question, they pierce the black robe. There's no mercy at all. The robe is pierced by lances. As the robe is blown away, more lances pierce it. The sword into her falling body, an arrow into the arm falling to the ground, and the axe into her pained head. Each one leads her deeper into the realm of agony. Survival is impossible. Castor is relentlessly struck by the chaotic variety of weapons, and she no longer looks human. She is now a pincushion. Wind blows. The black robe, who lost its master, floats away. Floating away, the shredded robe still barely keeps its form. Now, it is all that remains of what used to be Castor. I can't say anything. I guess we're saved? Question mark? My strained mind just watches the black robe floating miserably into the wind. In that instant,
無礼者。俺が失せろと言ったのだ。特自害するが礼であろう。
rude. The golden man roars in a voice full of contempt. It's not an illusion. The black robe twists like a wave, grows black wings, and tries to fly away. Oh, okay, so he's still alive. He's not dead yet. But it's too late. I don't know what the man did. It's just that a crack ran through the night sky. The dislocation in the sky swallows the black robe. It reminds me of someone getting run over by a steamroller. Muda 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 muda. Roll the roller da? No. The black robe falls. Underneath it is Castor, unscathed. There. The storm of swords showers onto her. Okay, so she tried to get away, but... What a scream. The scream echoes through the night. The swords multiply in response to the scream, and the scream gets louder in turn. Castor must have regenerative powers like Saber. She cannot die even when swords are stabbed into her, so her figure is just too miserable. The rain doesn't stop. The weapons each differ in shape, and none of them are the same. And I don't want to admit it, but each one of those weapons equals the noble phantasms of the servants. The merciless rain of noble phantasms. Castor struggling under it is just... Well. Bleh. And that ends it. With a black mist hiding Castor, the servant disappears. The infinite cycle of torture that I thought would last forever lasted only about 10 seconds in reality. Through it all, Saber stares at the Golden Knight standing on top of the wall.
魔術師風情。騎士王を捕らえるなどと口にするのも大罪よ。あれは王である俺のものだ。王の宝に手を出す輩にはかような串刺しが似合っていよう。さて、久しいなセーバー。覚えているか？俺が下した決定を。
Long time no see. Someone you know, Saber? The man says in an intimate manner. Saber doesn't answer, but her glare is different from before.
なんだその顔は。未だ覚悟ができていないというの。あれから10年だぞ。すでに心を決めても良い頃だが。ああ、もっともそれは俺だけの話なのか。お前にとってはつい先日の話であった。まったく男を待たせるとはたわけた女だ。
The man laughs happily. My chest is hurting, partly from seeing that tragedy, but more than that, I feel sick when that man looks down on Saber with such a ridiculous expression.
まだ雑種が残っていたか。
Commenting unhappily, the man turns to the mansion. There, on the porch in front of the living room, are Ilya and Tosaka.
何あれ。
Ilya is looking up at the man as if she's seen a ghost. Straining her eyes, she shakes her head, saying it's impossible.
嘘。あなた誰なの。
たわけ。見てわからぬか。この実はお前がよく知る英霊の一人であろう。
A heroic spirit? But there's only 7, right? I thought all 7 was accounted for. But there's an 8th? Ilya jumps off the porch and glares at the man.
知らない。私あなたなんて知らない。私が知らないサーバントなんて存在しちゃいけないんだから。
待て、イリア。
My call to restrain her comes too late. The cluster of magical energy Ilya releases shoots straight for that man. A clanging sound. The man didn't do anything. A mirror-like shield appeared in front of him and reflected Ilya's magical energy shot. Well, I mean, like a magus can't really fight against a serpent, can they? So that's to be expected. As she fired the magical energy in anger, there's no way she can react to it. Ilya stands there dumbfounded by the magical energy she fired. She is saved by Tosaka, who instantly blocked it.
なるほど。今回はまた変わり種だな。前回の鉄を踏まぬよう少しは工夫したということか。
The man looks at Ilya, a cold stare like the one directed at Saber, a stare prizing a possession.
やだやだやだやだやだ。私はあなたなんて嫌いなんだから。
I mean, I don't think that means much, Ilya. Ilya still glares at the man pinned by Tosaka.
貴様の事情なぞ知らん。いいから早く開け。そーら、 せっかくの5人目なのだからな。
Hmm. The man speaks plainly. What kind of effect does it have? Ilya shakes violently and faints. That's it. That's all that'll happen. All Tosaka and I can do is look up at that man. We both understand. He isn't looking at us. We would just share Castor's fate if we... And we would just share Castor's fate if we just raised our voices. But Saber is different. She is staring at the Golden Knight in a different kind of silence.
なぜあなたが見解しているのです、アーチャー。
Archer? But the Archer we know is gone. Or, well, Saber tries to control her voice. Tosaka and I can only be shocked by her words.
なぜも何もなかろう。聖杯は俺のものだ。自らの持ち物を取りに来て何が悪い？
ふざけたこと。あなたはそのような英雄ではない。いや、そもそも。
やめておけ。その先を口にしては戦わざるを得なくなるぞ、騎士王よ。いや、もとよりそのつもりであったが、今日がそがれた。再会を祝すにしては、ここはみすぼらしすぎるからな。
Saying so, the man turns away. He turns his back as if saying he has no interest in us.
いずれ会うぞ、セイバー。あの時から俺の決定は変わらぬ。次に出向くまでに心を決めておくがいい。
The man disappears. The tension in the air vanishes and the yard returns to its usual silence. That's the only thing that's returned. My home is ruined, and Ilya is unconscious. Saber, keeping her back to us, still bears that heavy silence. Well, we survived. And I guess... there's an archer? I don't know. Weird. And the status screen updated, I think. So... anything new? We still don't know the specifics of her noble phantasm, I guess, and well, she's dead, so... You know, I was thinking... yeah. This archer and that archer, they look pretty similar, but I don't think they're the same person. Yeah, I don't think they are, because they have different voices after all, and... I guess, well, we can look at his abilities. His Noble Phantasm's EX, amazing. Saber's Noble Phantasm is only a C, but isn't her, like, Excalibur sword, like, super powerful or something? Yeah, it's A++, technically. It has magic resistance, only E, though. But has A+ independent action. Well, it's like he can act without a master. In general. This archer can can act without a master for like 2 days, but he can act without a master. In general, he can just do whatever he wants. Amazing. And charisma, A+. Talent to command and lead a great army. This level, it's not so much strength of character, but more like a curse. Weird. I guess Assassin is dead. Not much. Well, we did learn a little bit about him, actually. Actually, did we look at these skills before? An ultimate ability that slices the opponent in 3 arcs at the same time. Makes sense. Nullifies mental intervention. He's not an assassin. He can't use presence concealment, but he can conceal in a different way. And special ability that prevents production of effectiveness of an attack. Attacks will not be perceived by the enemy. I think we read about this already. Anyway, I don't know if we read his skills before. I don't remember. Oh, anyway. I lay a futon down in the living room and place Ilya on it. Even though she's unconscious, Ilya's face looks calm and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her.
ほら、よそ見しない。包帯がずれるじゃない。
She hits my back.
父さんが、お前怪我人になんてことしやがるんだ。
うるさい。人がせっかく手当てしてあげてるんだから、少しはおとなしくしてなさいっての。ほら、右手あげて。もう必要ないとは思うけど、一応こっちにも薬塗っとくから。
冷たいってそれ。
触覚があるってことは平気な証拠よ。はい、次包帯ね。
She skillfully wraps the bandage around my right shoulder. It's past 10. After returning to the living room, Tosaka started to treat my wounds. She started, but the wounds have mostly already healed, so all that's left is to treat them just for show.
はい、おしまい。にしても、ほんとデタラメな体ね。それだけの治癒能力を持ってるのは吸血鬼ぐらいなものよ。
I mean, are we a vampire? Technically we died, right? And then we got revived. Are we undead?
あなた、本当に人間？
Maybe not, Rin. I think she asked me something similar a while ago.
あのな、俺はまっとうな人間だよ。俺だってどうしてこんななのか知らないんだから、聞かれたってわかるもんか。
冗談。まっとうな人間が脊髄切られてピンシャンしてるかっていうのよ。
Yeah, that would normally, well, do a lot of damage. Especially, like, paralyze you, even.
便利だからあえて追求しなかったけど、いい加減不気味になってきたわ。もしかしてあんた、首を切られない限り死なない土地の出だったりしない？
There can only be one, maybe? The worst part is, Tosaka is seriously considering that. He might come after my neck one day with an axe in hand.
ね？セイバーだってそう思うでしょ？原因はセイバーだとは思うんだけど、それにしたって不死身すぎるっていうか。
シローの治癒能力はシローのものではないのですか？
そんなわけないじゃない。強化の一つ覚えのシローがそんな高等技術をマスターしてると思う？こいつのデタラメぶりは間違いなくあなたと繋がってるからよ。セイバーの自己回復能力がそのままシローに流れてるんじゃない？
そうなのでしょうか。今までそのようなつながりは感じませんでしたが、それならば今も私の魔力はシローに流れていなければおかしいですし、第一、私の自然治癒はシローほど強くはあります。
セイバー？どうしたの？いきなり青ざめた顔しちゃって。
Did you realize something? Saber is staring into space as if she can't hear Tosaka.
まさか、そんなはずは。
Shaking her head, Saber looks away. Tosaka and I look at each other. Saber's acting strange. Now I know why. Saber's spirit has been low since that golden night appeared. And it seems he had a relationship with Saber before, from 10 years ago? Well, we have to gather the puzzle pieces first before we understand where exactly he came from.